He's a Huddersfield boy, and I'm sure the town of Huddersfield were really proud of his performance and just his fight.
Super. Well, Danny, so at a gym that one within the league, and it's almost similar like the day, just like the Shackles were off a little bit.
Well, I thought it was a tight first 60 minutes. We were pleased with the way we started. Probably our best start. First 15 minutes, I thought we played with an energy and intensity. Pinned them back, and then probably from thereafter going into half time, both teams playing similar systems, cancelled each other out. Very little in the game. We tweaked a few little bits at half time. I thought we come out with a bit more of a rhythm and had a bit more control, and then were able to make some changes. And literally on the change, Juninho Bacuna did fantastically well, and Carl and Grant only needs one chance to score, and a great finish, and that gave us a good foothold.
You made any better substitutions in the pitch 30 seconds before?
Yeah, well, it's always the players. I always think when you get congratulated for good substitutions, you probably should be criticised for not starting them. So it goes both ways, doesn't it? But Juninho come on and scored on Tuesday. Come on and did what he did today. He's a fantastic player. He's got so much ability, the boy. He's almost got all of the tools, so many different skills and bits to his game. He's just got to manage his performance. It must be difficult for him because he's got all these tools in the bag, and he's just got to choose the right tool at the right time. And we're just trying to simplify his game, trying to get him to do the basics really. I think always the top players just do the basics so well, so consistently well. And we're trying to work with him in that area. And obviously then in the final third, that's his time. And we've seen again today with firstly the assist and then the goal, how good he can be.
You look like a first goal winner today, and is that how you saw it?
I think the first goal is always so important in football matches, isn't it? It's kind of 85% chance of winning off the back of the first goal. So it is important, and we have to respect that it was very tight until that point. But if you do give Carlin one chance, then he will find the back of the net, and he does that in training all the time. He's an incredibly talented finisher, and then off the back of that, we found a real confidence. And for a period of play, maybe 15-20 minutes, I thought we looked a good team. For the first time, I thought, oh, we look a good team here, and pleased for the players because it's been 26 days since we've come in, and it's been pretty relentless. We've worked at a real intensity, trained incredibly hard, had long video meetings, had individual meetings, departmental meetings. They've worked certainly long days for them, and I'm just pleased that they've today got the rewards that their hard work deserves.
When you came in, you'd have been aware, of course, of the winless run, and the fact that this club seems so engulfed in like a losing mentality. You saw for the first time a little bit of confidence in the players today once that first goal went in.
Yeah, I think we certainly had a 15-minute spell where we looked much more fluent, much more confident in our decision making and our executions, and we had some good performances today. If you go through the team, I thought young Camille did well. 2 centre halves, excellent. For us, the clean sheet is so important, but particularly the back-to-back clean sheets. Danny Simpson, I thought, considering he's done off the back of nothing to play 3 games in a week, used all of his experience. Trevor and Lewis O'Brien, I just thought covered every blade of grass. I look forward to seeing his GPS as long as he hasn't blown it up, because I thought he was incredible today, and Adama as well. Adama Diakabi, I thought looked a real threat. So no, there was some real positives, but I think what's very important for us is that we don't get carried away. It was good for our supporters. They needed that win. It was great to win on Tuesday, maybe just in front of 1,000 that were able to follow us. And I'm sure a lot of others who couldn't get to the game were watching on TV. But for the supporters to be able to, 20-odd thousand, they've been here through everything. It was great to be able to put some smiles on their faces, and they're intelligent enough to know that it's been a good week, but this is going to be a tough journey, and there's going to be ups and downs and bumps along the way. But hopefully today they saw enough fight and enough togetherness to give us all hope.
It's early days now, but the fact that you sort of, you're out of the relegation zone, psychologically that must be a big thing for the players as well. You go to the national day, you're out.
Yeah, I think so. For us, it's the process, and the outcomes, the results, the league table take care of themselves if you get the process right. But I felt that for 20 minutes there was, we played with a renewed energy and a purpose and an intensity that maybe we haven't seen, and that definitely is something that we can build on. I thought first half it was a bit of a chess match, wasn't it? Two teams playing 4-3-3. We're in a place where we haven't got a point of reference. We've got a young goalkeeper who distributes well on the first line and the second line, not so well on the third and the fourth line. So we have to build our play. We've got two right-footed centre halves, so we have to be really patient. Teams are forcing us over to the left because we're playing on, Shins, who's doing a great job. He's playing on his wrong foot. We're then having to work. Work hard to try to draw the press on we're all going to have to stay patient because we want to be able to draw the press on, because if we can then beat the press and get our attacking players in open space in 1v1 moments, you can see that we could be a real threat to teams. But you have to execute well. You have to kind of work really, really hard in rehearsal to get that choreographed dance, that build-up phase right.
You touched on Lewis O'Brien. Does he personify everything you want to be on team? He was just absolutely epic.
He's brilliant, wasn't he? Yeah, he was credible. I felt so proud of him, and I've only known him for 26 days, so I can imagine, he's a Huddersfield boy, and I'm sure the town of Huddersfield were really proud of his performance and just his fight. And we have to carry that. You have to play with that will. The will always beats the skill, always.
Yeah, he's a young kid, but he looks a leader.
Yeah, he's a good kid. He's a really good kid. You know what? He's a good learner. You only have to tell him once. He just wants to add to his game and wants to improve. Just really humble. He's got all that. We keep saying this is a working class club, and he's a working class kid, and I mean that in the with all the praise that it's meant with.
You talked about energy levels when you first came here. You've obviously upped that. I mean, you must have been pleased, particularly about that tackle 3 minutes into added time, which possibly was a goal there for them.
Yeah, we played with a good intensity, but particularly because we hardly changed the team over the 3 games, and when 3 games at championship level, the intensity is played at is not easy. So the fitness levels we were pleased with. I think we kept the ball better, so that does conserve your energy, and we play with a lot of will and a lot of fight and a lot of resilience. And when you show that resilience and determination, naturally you create a durability about you. So I think on face value it looks like we're fitter. I'm not sure you can get them fitter in 26 days when the games are coming so thick and fast, but I do know that if you keep the ball better, you conserve your energy. If you play with that fight and togetherness, then you normally can become durable. And I was proud. I was proud of the performance. I did actually think in the last 5-10 minutes we could have saw the game out better. I felt we could have as you'd expect, committed a lot of men forward, and I just felt we could have just controlled the ball in their half against less players and really saw the game out a little bit more convincingly. But that's a fine detail that we can work towards.
How good is Jaden Brown, and what sort of headache is going to give you when Terence Kongolo's back?
Well, I think Jaden's done brilliant. For a young boy, not often do you see young boys without a senior appearance under their belt come straight in at championship level. Sometimes you see it with a Wayne Rooney as a 17-year-old who's just going on to be a world-class player. But Jaden is a 21-year-old. You don't often see that. So he's done great, and I was really proud of the level of concentration that he showed. I actually thought today would be a real test for him, particularly playing against Bowen, who is one of the top players in the championship. But I thought his 1v1 defending was excellent. I thought he got out and on the overlap where possible. Had a good chance himself first half, put a lovely cross in second half for catcher's goal. And yeah, he's had a really good week. And what we have to do now, there's some gaps in his game and bits as there is with all young players, and we have to let him enjoy tonight and then get back on the training field Monday and keep trying to add to his performance.
You can see how much that goal meant to Catcher in his 100th appearance. It's been a long time since he scored. Nice to see him get that moment.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he works exceptionally hard for the team. He was disappointed he missed a good chance against Stoke on Tuesday, but he fights so hard and he's really reliable, and he follows instruction. He does exactly what you ask him to do. They very rarely do attacking players are they willing just to give their game up for the team, but it's really nice when they do. And he's kind of one of those players you feel like you've got him on remote control because you tell him what to do and he just follows what you ask. But he has that threat on the back post, and you know, we need him to do all the stuff defensively, but he's a top player. You know, you don't do what he's done in his career without being a top player, so we need him to keep adding offensively as well, and it was great that he was able to do that today.